What's up, guys? And today I am going to be reading The Miracle Boys and by Jacqueline Woodson. I've already read chapter 1 and 2 and I don't want to read it again, so I will go read those so you know what's going on. Okay, chapter 3. Okay, here we go. After New Charlie and Aaron left, I went into the living room and turned on the television. On Friday nights, Tyree let me watch it as much as I wanted to, as long as I took one weekend day for homework. I usually chose Sunday, usually starting in the late afternoon, or the minute Tyree started getting after me, whichever came first. I flipped through the channels for a while, then sat back against the couch and watched the music videos. I couldn't really tell one from the other. Most of them had some guy standing there rapping and a lot of pretty girls dancing around him. Or the guy was driving a fancy car with pretty girls in it. Once in a while, the guy would be swimming. Sorry, I'm really bad at reading. The guy would be in a swimming pool with the pretty girls. That was the one on now, a guy with a lot of rings on his fingers rapping to some pretty girls in bikinis. New Charlie liked listening to music, and he was gonna be a rapper. Aaron said he was gonna be one too. Either that or a car salesman. Car salesman. Can't do car salesman. I guess he figured he'd sell cars to rappers who would fill them with pretty girls. Thing about rapping though, New Charlie said, is you gotta do it now. Most rappers weren't much older than him. Sometimes he and Aaron sat in our room all day long, making up rhymes and slapping each other 5 when something came off sounding right. But I hadn't seen them taking any real steps like making some tapes and calling up a radio station to ask for a few minutes on the air. I turned the volume down low. The apartment felt big and quiet with nobody in it. It's not that big, just for 4 rooms. Me and New Charlie's room, then Tyree's room, right next to us. His room used to be in Mama's. Then there was a long hallway heading to one big room. That's both the living room and the dining room. If you go right, there's a dining room table and chairs. If you go left, there's a couch and stuff. The door to come in and out is between the couch and dining room table. You walk through the living room side to get to the kitchen. You have to walk through the kitchen to get to the bathroom. Sorry if it sounds like I'm stuffy. Kind of sick. New Charlie had put plants in all the windows, spider plants and ferns and some other ones. Don't know the name of. He learned a lot about plants at Rahway. It was just strange to see him messing around. Then on Saturday mornings, taking off the dead leaves and giving them water. Sometimes he put this little sticks of plant food in the dirt. Once I even caught him talking to them, telling the sickly-looking fern that it better toughen up if it wanted to make it in the real world. The sun had come out again, and I watched it bounce off the plants and sprinkle itself over the dining room table. When I closed my eyes to just a silver, I could see Mama sitting at that table, playing with her eyebrows the way she did when she was worrying, her hair coming loose from its braid. I watched my ghost Mama for a while. She looked peaceful sitting there even if she was worrying. So their mom died, if you haven't read 1 and 2. Their mom died, and their brother Charlie, who was the second oldest, is turning really weird. And is turning into New Charlie. So they call him New Charlie now. But it's still Charlie. Okay. Hey, Mama, I whispered. Can you make some chicken for dinner tonight? Mama looked over at me and smiled. A quiet, faraway smile. I blinked, and she wasn't there anymore. I got $1,000 in my pocket, the guy in the rap video was saying. I leaned back against the sofa and watched him do a sort of swim dance around the girls. After a while, I heard Tyree coming up the stairs. He always whistled the same song, a song our mama used to sing to us called Me and Bobby McGee, about a woman hitchhiking with her boyfriend in Louisiana, and how free she felt whenever she played her harmonica. When Tyree sang the words sometimes, it made me want to get a harmonica and get out onto the road. Maybe see a sunset. Once Tyree looked me in Central Park, and we watched the sun go down over the lake. My daddy got hypothermia, and it was real pretty and sad. Most times though, it just sets and then it's night, and what you notice is the day and the night, not the sunset in between. On the highway, you probably get all 4 parts: the sunrise, the day, the sunset, and the night. Yo! Tyree yelled. Yo back, I said. I said, holding up my hand without turning my head. I felt Tyree slap it and smiled. Where's your brother? I shrugged. Tyree sat down on the couch beside me. He was tall and skinny looking, but not really. When he wasn't wearing a shirt, you could see all his muscles. But with his clothes on, he looked skinny. He used to have locks. But he cut them off when he started working full time. And now his hair is short and neat like an old man's, even though he's only 22. He leaned back against the couch and loosened his tie. I guess Tyree is like our daddy. He works and pays the rents and buys groceries and stuff. After Mama died, the people at the publishing house let him start working full time. Now he's the mailroom manager there, and says the work isn't so bad, but once in a while people blame you for stuff that isn't your fault. Tyree says it's not even worth getting mad about, really. He says that's how it is in the whole world. People are always looking for someone else to blame, so he might as well get used to it. Where's your brother, Laugh? He asked again. Just left. Tyree looked at me, a slow smile coming to his face. He had the best smile in the world. Everybody said so. When he smiled, it made me think about when I used to go to church. How I'd sit there staring at this stained glass window of Jesus with all the kids around him. Jesus was smiling and the kids were smiling and everything seemed peaceful and right. That's what Tyree's smile was like, peaceful and right. Once I heard Miss Williams, who lives downstairs, call him State Tyree, and I heard Tyree laugh and say, "But I ain't dead yet, Mrs. W." That's what he said to tell me. Tyree raised his eyebrows at me. I I shook my head and glued my eyes to the TV. Yeah, right, Tyree rubbed my head and I smiled, taking a swing at his hand and missing. He really did just leave? Like maybe a half an hour ago? He said where he was going. Nah, Tyree frowned. Boy better not be out there getting in any more trouble, that's for sure. And you better not be getting in trouble either. He tapped the back of my neck. If new Charlie got into trouble again, they sent him off to some place worse than Rahway. The social worker said that she'd also have to send me either down the south with Aunt Cecile or into foster care. 'Cause if new Charlie got into any trouble again, it meant Tyree couldn't handle us. You hear me laugh? Do I look like I'm getting into trouble, man? Looks can be deceiving, little brother. Well, I'm not. I'm not new Charlie, and I'm not getting into any trouble. Just sitting here watching some TV, that's all. A little TV never hurt nobody. Tyree looked at me for a moment, then smiled again. Well, it didn't. Not like watching video games was going to teach me how to hold up a candy store. Hey, we don't need to talk about that, all right? I nodded. Our house was full of stuff we didn't need to talk about. How come you ain't outside, Laugh? First, you tell me don't be getting into trouble, then, little outside never hurt nobody, Tyree said, mimicking me. I tried not to laugh, but I couldn't help it. Tyree could always make me laugh. PJ and Smitty visiting their cousin this weekend, I said. Out in Brooklyn? Out in Brooklyn? I nodded. Me and Smitty had been friends forever. Been in the same class since 3rd grade. Him and his little brother PJ lived right down the block, and we all hung out once in a while. But sometimes Smitty did get to asking questions about Mama dying, stuff I didn't care to talk about. Can you make chicken for dinner, Ty? He jutted his chin toward the kitchen. I read your mind. Took it out the freezer before I went to work this morning. You gonna fry it? Yeah. We sat watching TV for a while. Tyree wasn't really watching them. He looked like he was thinking deep about things. You thinking about Mama, I asked? Tyree shrugged. Not really. Kind of, I guess. Why did you ask? 'Cause I'm always thinking about her. Me too. Me and Ty stared at the TV, feeling Mama somewhere nearby, and the house and my head chock full with things we weren't allowed to talk about. And that was the end of chapter 3, and come back next time for chapter 4. Bye!